So some of you have slower computers that cannot do rendering in Lumion, so we want to show you an alternative to doing Lumion rendering by exporting line work image from Rhino into Photoshop. So to prepare the Rhino file for that, we want to insert some scale figures because the design is very organic and it's really hard to see vanishing lines when we are doing collaging in Photoshop. So let's create scale figures for people and trees so we can insert them in the correct locations and also with the right scales. So let's go to Solid Tools and Cylinder. And then make sure you kind of have everything unchecked and just leave the near checked. And then the cylinder radius, we might want to make it smaller. Let's just say 0.2. And hit spacebar, right click or enter. And then the end of cylinder, 5.3 feet, is pretty good as an eye level reference. That's the default in Lumion. So let's just be consistent and do spacebar or right click or enter. So now we have a scale figure for the person, but it doesn't look like it's snapped to the plane. So let's double click on the tab, see if we can find it. So we can find it in our right view. So in this case, what we can do is that we can just type in M spacebar. And now we want to snap to the center point and then move it up to snap to the plane. Same with the other one that I created for a tree. It's 25 feet tall. Doesn't look like it's snapped to the planting area. So what we want to do is to move it from the bottom up here. Okay, so now we can go back to this eye level view, and just to make sure that we have it set to the right perspective view that we've always had before. So we saved it as eye level before, so let's just go back to that save view and then make sure that everything is turned on. And then last time in a separate video, we showed you guys how to set this technical view to be line work view. So now we have a line work setting right here. So what we want to do is to go to capture down here and capture this to a file. So let's click on to file, and we don't need to check anything here. And resolution is up to you. If you have a slow computer, you can make it to be lower. But right now, 3200 by 2400 is kind of pretty standard if you're using it as a line work base to create a perspective. So let's just say OK here. And I already save it as an image file, so I will save over, but you guys would just save it as whatever name you want to use for working purposes. So let's just say save here. Yes. Okay, so I will see you guys in a separate video in Photoshop.